Once upon a time, I wanted to be a Twitch streamer. And then I saw Ninja.
I'm not seeing enough movement!
Never mind. Once upon a time, I wanted to be a YouTuber. I thought, well, if I'm gonna do this for a living, then I'm gonna need to make money. So I started thinking. That was too hard, so I watched a YouTube video instead. And then it hit me. I just need to get sponsored. I'm taking YouTube pretty seriously. I'm not about to quit my day job at 500 subs. I'll wait until at least 502. But thinking about YouTube as a full-time job is scary. Being my own boss, having my life under constant scrutiny from people I've never even met, challenging professional athletes to sports that I'm bad at. But sponsorships are scary. I could really mess up. If I want to live in more than a shoebox, then I need to think about the good ones, the bad ones, Raid Shadow Legends? I want to educate myself because I never want to become a BetterHelp YouTuber. But there are so many sponsorships, you say. I know. My inbox is drowning in them. There's no way I can look at every sponsorship on YouTube, but I want to be able to look at one and see if it's a waste of everyone's time and money. So today we're going to create a checklist of questions for everyone to ask about each sponsor. So let's get started. Does anyone play Raid Shadow Legends? I assume from the 481,000 ratings on the App Store that someone must play the game, but who? I've never met someone who played it, and it came out when I was in high school. Out of curiosity and for the video, I downloaded it, made an account, got to the first loading screen, and then I got bored, closed the app, and I haven't opened it since. So it's going well. If you've ever watched a gaming YouTube channel, chances are they've been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. This game is inescapable, and one day, they may drag me down to their depths. There's nothing inherently wrong about Raid Shadow Legends. Sponsorship deals for free-to-play games usually award their new players with extra in-game resources in order to help them start the game. The content creators promoting them usually get paid in proportion to how many people download and play the game with their promo codes. This is just how free-to-play games market themselves. Genshin Impact does this, Honkai Star Rail does this, and just about every other free-to-play game does too. I do find it a little weird when content creators who don't actually play the game they're shilling claim it's an incredible journey, but I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Just realize that free-to-play games are trying to trap you. They care about your money, so they use these starting bonuses and promo codes to get the player used to having resources. You play and usually have a pretty great time until your resources run out, and then you have two options. You can either painstakingly grind for weeks and months on end, or you can whip out the credit card, baby. Oh yeah, you can't stop me from spending my non-disposable income. Why did I do that? Free-to-play games are completely fine to play as long as you have self-discipline, which or you have disposable income. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Most free-to-play game sponsorships fall into the category of they're okay, by which I'm clarifying that these sponsorships are okay. The games are varying in quality. They deliver on exactly what they say they will, and that's the first question on our checklist. Does this product do what it says it does? A creator shilling is a creator getting paid. You can't blindly trust any word that's been paid for. Let's talk YouTubers. There are two types. One, creators who are on YouTube because it's their passion, and two, creators who are on YouTube because it's their business. Passion YouTubers want to share their art and make money doing it. Business YouTubers are here for the coin, baby. None of that loser shit like artistic expression. A great example of a passionate YouTuber is Gooden. He's a commentary YouTuber. He releases roughly one video a month, and they're all so good. He's creative, he's inspiring, and most of all, he's not a goddamn sellout. Drew, if you somehow see this, keep up the good work. Every one of Drew's videos is sponsored nowadays. I don't think I can remember the last time he made a video without an ad read in it, but I know I can trust his sponsors because of this.
I don't know if Magic Spoon has reached out to me to do a brand deal or not. This probably disqualified me from doing one, but I don't do ads for things that I don't like, and I don't like this. So
I don't do ads for things I don't like. I wish every YouTuber did that. He's got sponsors like ExpressVPN, HelloFresh, Opera GX, and he has those sponsors because he doesn't treat his viewers like a wallet. Gooden is an incredible YouTuber. I'm gonna put a link to his channel in the description, so you better click it. I know it's a little overdone at this point, but if we're gonna talk about business YouTubers next, then we need to talk about YouTube's twist villain, Mr. Beast. I don't watch his videos, they're made for children, but that doesn't stop him from advertising. Full disclaimer, I clicked on some of his videos for this, and now not only are my YouTube recommendations crazy, I could feel what he was doing to my brain within seconds. His videos are created in a way to cause constant dopamine releases in the brain of the viewer in order to stop them from clicking off the video, and it's really bad for you. I'm actually not going to be showing any footage from his videos because it would make me really uncomfortable to talk about how bad it is for you and then immediately turn around and shove it into your face. So enjoy these videos of my dog while I talk about Mr. Beast. Now, what does Mr. Beast advertise on his channel? A lot of it is his own brands, like his chocolate bars or his moldy Mr. Beast brand Lunchables, and you can expect them to be just like his videos, overwhelming and very bad for you. I watched this video by Sambucha where he bought every sponsored product from Mr. Beast's channel because I was not about to subject myself to the content landfill that is Mr. Beast. Not all of his sponsorships are bad. The very first one I saw was for Bloons Tower Defense 6, which is a great game to stress test a new computer, but only a few in and we got to Western Union. Now, if you're anything like me, your first thought was, Mr. Beast doesn't support unions. And you're right. This ain't a union, it's a money transfer company, one known for how full of scams it is. If you need to transfer money, Zelle is connected to your bank account, people use Venmo to send each other lunch money all the time, and PayPal exists, I guess. Why would Mr. Beast's viewers need to use Western Union? To wire Mr. Beast money from their parents' bank accounts? Does Mr. Beast even use Western Union? Why would he need to do that? Isn't he like dripping with molten gold or something? Only 3 sponsors deep, and I found one that's primarily known for its shady past, and all the kids who trust Mr. Beast are gonna download it and get their parents scammed out of their money. What the hell, dude? That's predatory. You're getting rich by hurting your audience. Sorry, I shouldn't let myself get carried away. He's an example in a video about good and bad sponsorships. So how did I know this was a bad sponsorship? Well, it has to do with what it was offering. If a sponsor is offering a service instead of a product, ask yourself how it's gonna make money. I didn't know how Western Union makes money, so I looked it up. I went to their Wikipedia page. And as it turns out, there's a whole terrorist financing section on the Western Union Wikipedia page. So that's interesting. Turns out they make so much money because it's so easy to scam people with their service. Duh. Let's bring out the checklist. Here we're gonna add, does this YouTuber have my best interest in mind? When Drew Gooden tells me to sign up for HelloFresh to make my meal planning easier, I can trust that. When Mr. Beast tells me to sign up for Western Union so that I can wire $2,000 to a Nigerian prince, you know, maybe I can trust that. He did say he'd make me a millionaire. Jokes aside, not every case is this clear cut. Drew Gooden is a passion YouTuber. He makes videos that he wants to make and he takes sponsorship deals so that he can make a living chasing his passion. Mr. Beast is a business YouTuber. He's trying whatever he can to make as much money possible. That's why he makes Feastables, that's why he makes children's toys, and that's why he's recommending Western Union to his viewers. They paid him a lot of money for that ad read. To tell the difference between the two types of YouTubers, ask yourself if their content is being made in good faith. Is this creator talking about something they actually care about? Or do they care more about their analytics than their integrity? Is there real emotion to what you're watching? Or are you being bombarded with constant editing tricks to stop you from clicking off? Only 2 questions on our checklist is a little short, so let's get to a nice 3. This third question is going to change a little bit later, but right now we're going to ask, who is this product for? It's time to talk about niches. Niches, defined as specialized segments of the market for a particular kind of product or service, are probably the most important part of YouTube. You almost never see channels cover a wide variety of subjects unless that literally is their content. People stick to their niches because consistency in brand identity is rewarded on YouTube. You have art channels and gaming channels and gardening channels and exercise channels, and sometimes they're as specific as lockpicking channels. These are all specific niches that creators stick to because once a creator establishes their niche, it becomes extremely difficult to make successful content outside of that niche. Because when you upload a video, YouTube will push your new content to your old niche. It'll be less successful and then YouTube will stop pushing your content. I'm getting a little sidetracked though. What does this have to do with sponsorships? Well, sponsors want to advertise to the right market, and they can find the right market by looking at a YouTuber's niche. For example, you have video game channels, stuff like Ludwig, AlphaRad, Smallent, and these channels usually have views skewed towards male viewership. I'm going to use a specific example that I can remember right now. Link is 7, a predominantly Legend of Zelda YouTube channel, has been sponsored by Manscaped in the past. I assume this is because his viewership is probably heavily skewed towards men. So Manscaped, a shaving company marketed specifically for men, realized that his viewer base would be more likely to buy their product than some other YouTube channel with more female viewership. Back to the point, sponsors usually target specific niches on YouTube, which is a double-edged sword. On one hand, they're usually trying to build name recognition and brand loyalty, so their service or product is likely to be higher quality. This is stuff like Manscaped, Dollar Shave Club, VPNs, Audible. But on the other hand, when marketing is specifically targeted towards someone, it's because they're vulnerable to that marketing. It's just something to keep in mind. There are also huge sponsors on YouTube, the types that you see on every video, and that's where it gets tricky. When I think about sponsors that I see all the time, I think about things that everyone needs, things like food and water and therapy. Now food, I'm talking Blue Apron, I'm talking HelloFresh, I'm talking Factor. All of these services are trustworthy. They send ingredients directly to your home with instructions on how to make them into meals. Or they just send the meals to your house. You can buy either one. And because I don't have to go shopping as much, I don't run into people from my high school as much. Seriously, stay away from me. Let's move on to water. You're probably wondering what the hell I'm talking about because you've never had a YouTuber try to sell you water before. And you're right, that'd be silly. We couldn't possibly sell you water because my dog drank all of it. But you probably have seen this. Air Up. Trust me, do not buy this water bottle. I know they have really good marketing.
Air Up. Excite the ordinary.
Remember a year ago where every YouTuber was trying to sell this piece of shit? If I had to guess, and I do because these YouTubers signed a contract, these YouTubers were almost certainly offered a fantastic deal. Arup was trying to flood the YouTube sphere with content creators saying great things about them, even if they're paid for. This is called a Blitz campaign, and they are very effective. Most of the viewers on YouTube are children. They won't realize that people who are sponsored can't speak ill of their sponsor. There are also a lot of adults who don't realize that. Nonetheless, Arup marketed like a battering ram. They bulldozed their way onto YouTube and probably made ridiculous amounts of money. But every review I've seen of their product that isn't sponsored is overwhelmingly negative. When I was doing research, I found this Wired review, which is not only hilarious, but scathing. Check out this list of pros. Holds water. And that's it. That's the bare minimum for a $40 plastic water bottle, not even including shipping. That is the definition of a ripoff. I was curious what the reviews on their website would say, but funnily enough, I couldn't find any. But I did find the frequently asked questions, where I learned that they do not allow returns, probably because everyone would return this $40 stanky piece of garbage. But there was another question on there that caught my eye. My pod is activated. That's their little smell things. My pod is activated, but I still can't taste it. That's a frequently asked question? It just doesn't work. They're not selling a water bottle, they're selling a lie. I think the reason that Arup is so successful is because 1, their marketing is brilliant, and 2, most people have heard the sentence, 95% of taste is smell. I've heard that for my whole life, and I've never really questioned it, even though if you stop to think for even 1 second, it sounds like complete bullshit. Because it is. First off, you can't quantify taste. There's not a scale in your mouth that goes from 1 to 100. And second off, nearly everyone who's ever said this has not had a source. When they do cite a source, it's always the same one, which, quote, fails to provide the kind of support that is needed to robustly support such statements. Articles linked. And now the holy grail. Therapy. Almost anyone can benefit from it. People are really bad at recognizing and understanding their own emotions, and therapy is there to help you do that. Mental health problems are on the rise and they have been for years. If you're struggling, you should see a therapist, but please don't use BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all over YouTube, and the first time I saw it, I thought, wow, it's great to see YouTubers that so many people trust promote therapy. They're really making a difference. And the top comment of all of these videos was someone fucking pissed that the content creator was partnering with BetterHelp. I thought it was just therapy, which seems like a good thing, so I was pretty confused. So I looked into it. BetterHelp is not a scam. Technically. And if the only thing stopping your therapy service from being a scam is the word technically, then we have a problem. When you sign up for BetterHelp, you have to read and accept their terms of service, which of course really means that you have to click on their terms of service, scroll down to the bottom really quick, and then check a box. But fortunately, there are like 1 or 2 people who've actually read their terms of service, and this is a direct quote. While we may try to do so from time to time, not a great start, in our sole discretion, you acknowledge that we do not represent to verify and do not guarantee the verification of the skills, degrees, qualifications, licensure, certifications, credentials, competence, or background of any counselor. So your therapist, the guy you've gone to for professional help, yeah, he's just a guy. This user on Reddit called BetterHelp Uber for therapy. The bare minimum for an Uber driver is that they can kind of drive and you can't taste their spit in your food. What they don't need is to be a chef. The minimum time for being a therapist is 6 years of school. So you can see why the difference in expertise may become clear on an app that does not guarantee the certifications of its workers. In an interview with Polygon, the CEO of BetterHelp said that the controversy surrounding BetterHelp on YouTube was a YouTube problem, one that had nothing to do with BetterHelp. And yet, in 2023, the Federal Trade Commission, the American government, ordered BetterHelp to pay $7.8 million because they broke their own privacy policy and shared private health data of their users to third parties. Can't you see? I'm so glad that BetterHelp is putting my best interest at heart. By selling my personal mental health information, they've made it so much easier for these companies to better take advantage of me. This section got a lot longer than I intended it to be, and so has this video. So let's move on. We're gonna take one final look at this checklist. For a sponsor to be trusted by ye, ask yourself these questions 3. 1. Does this product or service do what it's advertising itself as? Is this an honest sponsor? To check for honesty, look at unsponsored and unmonetized reviews. These people have the least to gain, so they are the least likely to lie to you. However, a lot of websites selling their own products cannot be trusted. Some of these products have almost exclusively 5-star reviews, but if you look closer, you'll see that they have more downvotes than upvotes. This is a huge red flag that the website is scrubbing bad reviews. Question 2. Does this YouTuber have my best interest in mind? Does this YouTuber want to do right by their audience? Are they known to partner with sketchy sponsors? To check for transparency, look at a YouTuber's comment section. YouTube comments are brutal. If a YouTuber is scamming their audience, they're gonna be really fucking mad about it. This is not a 100% guarantee you can delete comments on YouTube videos, but in my experience, the YouTube comments have almost always tipped me off when something is wrong. Question 3. What am I doing? Question 3. That's 6. Question 3. Question 3. Is this product targeted specifically at me? Is this product something you really want? Or has it been introduced to solve a problem that doesn't actually exist? I'm gonna use a personal example here. We're gonna go back to the food. I see a lot of HelloFresh sponsorships, and I am almost certainly going to subscribe to their service when I move out. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. HelloFresh addresses a problem that I already have in my life, which is I hate cooking, but I still need to eat healthy. But something like AirUp creates a problem. When I got advertised to by AirUp, I almost bought their product, but I didn't need a new water bottle. Clearly, I'm drinking enough water. I'm still alive, but they introduced a problem so that they looked like a solution. Doesn't drinking water suck? And my dumbass is like, yeah. And then they get $40. All right, video is almost wrapped up. That's about it, honestly. Just remember that people lie on the internet all the time, so be careful. Ooh, with that being said, guys, I'm holding a yacht giveaway to celebrate the end of this video. All you have to do to enter is donate all of your retirement savings to me. Go ahead and click the link on screen now, and the first 500 people to enter can use the code SCAM, that is SCAM, and I'll receive 50% more money. I'll see one lucky winner soon. Everybody say bye, Ogre Pond. Bye, Ogre Pond.